Hey there, facilities employees. This is a quick little tutorial on how to use My Expense. You need to first go to My Access, and then once in there, scroll down to My Expense under M. The first step is pretty intuitive. You're just going to go up to the very top and click on the plus sign New to start a new report. Let's switch to the live mic.
You can give it any name, hopefully something professional that's associated with your actual report. So I'm going to call this here Mobile Device Accessories, maybe FS in front of that. And then I'm going to probably just duplicate that as part of the business purpose. I'm going to select under Department ID. For this instance here, FFSAADM2 will populate the rest of these fields if I select this. Now, depending on what you're purchasing, what department you're in, you have to find the one that's appropriate for you. So once I do that, at this point, I'm going to do is pick the expense type, because everything with the red bar needs to be filled out. And this is going to be miscellaneous employee reimbursement, since I purchased this in advance for facilities employees.
Of course, if you're going to a conference on a business trip, you're going to want to select travel instead. Next up, you're going to select No for was this a cash advance, and then in the comment field, feel free to put in a more detailed description of this expense. So that's the first screen. Click on the next button, and let's move to the second screen. So in this section, what you first need to do is select your expense type. In this example, I'm using mobile device cases and screens, so I'm going to go down to miscellaneous and choose supplies and materials. So in this section, I'm going to start with transaction date, and this is crucial to make sure that the date you enter here matches the date of the expense on your receipt. So what I'm going to do is go down to attach receipt and review the details. I find it helpful to put all my receipts in one folder and name them with the prices, the tax amount, and the date right on the name. That way it's easy to find these. Quick note, you need to submit these no more than 45 days from the transaction date. Okay, so once you've selected a file, click on Open and then click on Attach here to actually attach the file. So since I named my file in advance something useful, I can now remember that I purchased this on the 24th of January, and this was from Amazon. The total amount was $97.83, and the sales tax was $3.05. At this point, make sure you have the city and state in there, and then you put in a description that gives more background on this purchase. Okay, first one down. So let's click on the Save button, and notice now we have one itemized expense here in the report. And if we have others, of course, associated with this project, you're just going to keep adding more in the same way. So we're going to go back to this menu on the right here and add additional supplies in this example. Okay, fear not. It's been actually 24 hours since you last hung out with me, and we're back here at My Expense, but luckily we didn't lose anything. All you have to do is click on Open Reports up on the top here, and we'll be right back where we started from. But before we do, here's one quick tip. Here in Concur My Expense, sometimes you want to go back and just look at your previous expense reports. Maybe you want to know more details about the products, cost, etc. In order to find it, it's actually not too easy to find. You have to go to the expense section on top, and then from here you have to go to Report Library, which is kind of this little arrow here on the right side. And there you can see the history of your different reports and open them up. Not totally intuitive, but hopefully that comes in handy. Okay, back to our project. We're going to click on FS Mobile Device Accessories, which is this report's name. And now you can see I have two itemized expenses here on the left side. I got a bunch more to go, so we're going to go in fast forward motion here and then continue on. Okay, now that we have added all of these individual supplies and materials and they're itemized, we can verify that they're all correct by hovering over the little check mark here and seeing the details of the individual receipts. And so I can hover over this one here and see that this is $41.78 for December 19th. And here we have $41.78 for December 19th. So it's important to make sure these are all accurate. If they're not, they'll get audited or kicked back and it's just not going to be in your favor. So once those are all ready, you're going to want to do is go up to Receipts and attach receipt images. Now, I found it's a lot easier just to go into Adobe Acrobat and you go to Tools, you say Combine Files, and you take all of the file of receipts you have and combine them into one PDF. It's a lot easier, it seems. So if you click on Receipts, Attach Receipt Image, you're going to click on Browse, and I've named this Expense Report Combined Summary from December 18th through January 26th. At this point, I'm just going to say Open, and I'm going to upload that. And now that it's attached, I'm going to say Close. Okay, at this point, we're almost home free. What we're now going to do is submit it. And so to do that, you go over to the top right here and click on the orange button that says Submit Report. And you say that you accept and submit that this is accurate and true. And at this point, you have to enter in the people that were going to approve this. And so for Robbie, Seth, and myself, we can put in Paul Landry as the default approver. And I believe you could skip this step unless you're instructed otherwise. And then we're just going to say Submit Report. And there we go. It says Report Successfully Submitted. Now, if all goes well, you should see this dollar amount reimbursed to you in probably less than a week. I hope this video has been helpful. Thanks for watching.